What is up, everyone? My name is Mr. J, and today I am bringing you another Digimon Market Watch. So it's been a few days, very few days, since AD01 was finally released in the States here, United States. So we're gonna go over some of the prices. I honestly was a little bummed out that it was delayed a whole week, but it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. Let's just get into it. Biggest card leading this set for the SPs is the Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode, of course, here at $651. Only 3 listings left. That's $651, $652 plus taxes, obviously a little bit over $700. So there's that. But if you're not looking to buy the SPs, the 2 leading secrets that I want to talk about here are the Omnimon and the Imperial Digimon. So Imperial Digimon is $74. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that it did go down. I think like on Friday, Saturday, over the weekend, it was 85. So it dropped down a little bit. And that's important because if we go back here, it's somewhere around here. Let's open this one. So Fighter Mode, just the original Secret Rare, not the alt art, is $45. Now I picked up my playset over the weekend. It was at 25. About 25 over the weekend, and it started dropping down to 22. I don't think it ever hit the 20 mark, but at some point I realized it was never gonna hit the 20 mark, and that's why I bit the bullet at 25. There was one sale here at 20 bucks, but other than that, people were buying their playsets at 25, and now it's 45. So hopefully you got your playsets. I really didn't want it to be so expensive, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and like I watched Huang Zero's his tier list. I don't know, bro. I don't agree. I think Imperial is pretty good. It's definitely gonna top regionals. Like I think it's gonna top regionals, if not top 8, top 16. Honestly, I think it's a really good deck, and you can play it as the aggro playstyle or more control playstyle. It's up to you. I think both are good. Maybe the aggro is a little bit better, but these are the prices. Honestly, I picked up the ones at 25 because they were 25 and it didn't make sense to get the ones that are like the alt arts. But honestly, you know, $45, you add 30. So I don't know, it's hard to justify it, but I think getting the alt arts, it might just be the way to go. Honestly, for $50, you might as well just pay 80 at that point. Let's move on to the Omnimon. Omnimon is $62, and this price has been pretty consistent. You see the price increase here is 0.37. People have been buying this. I bought myself 3 copies of this bad boy because you guys know I have topped with Omni 3 times. Three times. So I'm excited for this deck. I didn't want to spend another one. And dude, look, I don't know how to go over this. Look at this maybe artwork. In my mind, I was like, do I buy this artwork for $35 or do I just buy the alt art for about $20 more? $30, right? Give or take. Obviously, I would rather just buy the alt art. Like I don't understand why. Obviously, no one drew this. It's just straight up from the anime. But yeah, I don't like it. So let's move on. All right, a quick side note before we continue with the AD01 stuff. For Imperial support, I will say that the Fighter Mode altar from BT19, BT20, SB 2.5 has kind of seen a price increase. There is only 7 listings left after Fallout trading. After DigiFangirl, it's pretty much $30, which means it kind of doubled in price. It doubled in price since like early last month, February. So yeah, if you were looking to get one of these, I think as a 1 or 2 of is good, but I also think the price increase on this Fighter Mode is because the Shadramon got reprinted, right? So the Shadramon got reprinted, which means the deck is more accessible. Virus Imperial is more accessible to people. So if you don't have these, I suggest you buy them. Before I even continue, because I'm pretty sure I didn't put this on here, let's search up Return to the Primogenitor. Yeah, okay, so Return to the Primogenitor obviously got reprinted, but what you have noticed is that even though some cards got reprinted, obviously the alt arts of the cards did not get reprinted. So Return to the Primogenitor, even if we're just looking, the price between the finalists and the participants is crazy, but there's only 8 listings here left, $15. So I mean, if you want max rarity, then you have to pick these up, but I would be okay with the foil from the reprint set. Then speaking of the Virus Imperial, Dino Beamon is still pretty affordable. Dino Beamon, the BT16 alt art, is still $30, a little bit low behind market price, but there was a reprint from the limited card pack Another Night here, and I like this one too. I still prefer the alt art. You can get the regular BT16 one for $10 basically, but alt art for triple the price, you get this beautiful alt art. I think this is my favorite for sure. Am I going to buy it? No, because my focus is definitely more Blue-Green Imperial. So, but that's out there, just so you guys know. You could definitely pick some of these up before they go up in price. I feel like they'll go up in price because, like I said, Virus Imperial is more accessible now. And hold on. All right, moving back to AD01, we have Shine Greymon alt art, Gallantmon alt art, Shaomon X7 alt art being $35 is kind of crazy. In general, I think the prices for these cards are insane. They should definitely be 30 or less. If you're looking to max rarity, Imperial, of course, XV and the Stingmon are both around $35, $40. I want to talk for a second about Shine Greymon. So Shine Greymon is getting future support, and I think that's the reason why this card is super expensive, but also I heard pretty good things about Shine Greymon. This said that it's kind of annoying, which means it's good, right? So if it doesn't break, it could really mess you up. And this is a really good art by Spare Ribs. Usually Spare Ribs is kind of hit or miss depending on the artwork, but I really like the pose. I love the artwork. So this is a great art, great card. Moving on to another beautiful art by Kaz is the Gallantmon alt art. Now I think time will tell, but I think this card right now is not very good because they did not reprint a Takato. I think if they made a retrain of the Takato, maybe this deck would have been better, but as it stands right now, sorry, my voice cracked there. As it stands right now, I don't think with the Takatos that are available that it's going to be a good deck, right? Because it doesn't really do much. It's only your turn. And I don't know, 5,000 is kind of mid. I think if it's when Digivolving gained 5k, I think would have been better because then you could Digivolve into Gallantmon X and keep that DP. But it's just your turn. Your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect this Digimon with Takato in the sources and it gets 5,000 DP. I wish it was just when Digivolving it gains that ability until the end of your opponent's turn. Unfortunately, it's not. I also don't know why it doesn't have blocker. I think if it had blocker, it would be really good. And with power creep, the old BT17 one, I believe. But these are the alt arts. So I want to go back to, maybe I can find them. The regular Gallantmon is about $11. And I might miss the Shine Greymon. So Shine Greymon here, regular art is $18, which is half, a third of the price cheaper, right? Gallantmon X antibody being pretty cheap is cool. Yes, Gallantmon here is, oh dude, it actually went up. No way. Okay, so Gallantmon here is getting bought out because there's only 11 listings left. It was $11 yesterday when I was looking at this, and you'll see, yeah, I could have bought them yesterday at $11. Now they're 18, almost $20. Like I said, I don't think it's good. If a new Takato gets announced, then yeah, I see this card skyrocketing in price. But right now, I don't foresee it being good, unfortunately. You can argue with me in the comment section down below. Help me out with the algorithm. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think about Gallantmon this set. So we're gonna get rid of this. Moving on next to Aldemon. Aldemon alt art is, I heard Red Hybrid is also really good. It kind of struggles with the top end. The top end can be whatever you want it to be, honestly. But obviously, red hybrid, blue hybrid, what's most annoying about those decks is just hybrid for game, right? Just like the onslaught of Digimon attacking your security, and then like digivolving over the tamers, using those as a resource and turning them to more Digimon. Aldemon, I know this one is way better than blue hybrid, unfortunately, but I mean, maybe it's time to pick up blue hybrid again and prove everybody wrong. But moving on, let's go back to page 2. Or maybe page 1 here. Blitz Greymon Altart is expensive. Metal Garurumon Altart is expensive. The Matashita Tamer, Seriousmon, all these are a healthy $30. They did go down because obviously, like I said, this set was pushed back the whole week here in the United States. So like Dynasmon over the weekend was $40, $45. And I hope you guys sold it at that price, because when I saw these cards at $50, I'm like, it's not gonna hold. Like Xiaomon X7, you see the market price says 47. Like it was 47 over the weekend and it's already dropped about $13. Again, I foresee it dropping. Galamon Altart, I didn't notice there was only 5 listings left for the boy. Seriousmon, there's a bunch of listings. Unfortunately, the deck is not that good. Again, you can find me in the comment section about down below if you think otherwise. But again, I think the Seriousmon deck is not that good. Dynasmon, I think, is support for Lucamon. Tommy, Takuya, and Zoe, $33. Pretty healthy. Lord Nightmon, $30. And yeah, let's go on to page 2. I do really like Metal Garurumon Altart. This looks like a beautiful, beautiful card. And I really wish it dropped down in price because I want to pick up 3 copies of it. But maybe in the future, again. What I like about Digimon recently is that cards tend to hold their value. Like maybe they lose 50% of their value. But if you noticed, Altarts have been keeping their value, right? Like for the most part, it's not like BT01 or BT02 when the Omnimon was like $100, $150, and now it's like $5, $10, right? So it has been keeping its price, which I really like about Digimon recently. Moving on to page 2, War Greymon Altart, $20. I think that's a steal because I'd rather pay double for the Altart than, look, it's not even on this page. Then the War Greymon, just a regular super rare, is $12, market price 13. So for $6 more, you could get the Altart. At that point, just get the Altart, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Beowulf Altart has dropped down significantly. Crest Garurumon, this boy was 47 over the weekend, and now it's yeah, it's not that price, and people weren't buying it at that price anyways. So Aldemon actually got bought out. I didn't see that. Aldemon is $28. I think at that point, you know, you just buy the Altart, right? Why pay $30 when you could pay an extra $10 and get the Altart? Especially since the Altart is a better investment over the long run. Gaiamon Ace, I foresee it dropping. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a good deck either. Again, find me in the comment section down below if you think differently. JP, Koji, and Koichi is half the price of the Zoe, Takuya, and I'm gonna forget his name, the guy with the hat. So Tommy, it's half the price. Makes sense. I think arguably it's not the best deck. I think Red Hybrid is definitely the superior deck this format. Marcus Damon Super Rare is $27. These prices are kind of insane, and I think the more product is open, I think the card prices will drop down. But yeah, in general over this weekend there weren't that many listings. Izzy Azumi and Tai Kamiya has dropped down. I do think this is the worst one out of the two. I think the Matashita and the TK is the better card than the Izzy Azumi and Tai Kamiya. Omnimon, you can pick it up. It used to be $50, then it dropped down to $40 after the reprint was announced, and now you can pick up a gold bordered Omnimon for $18, which is pretty good. Or you can buy the non-gold foil or border for about $13. Galamon X Antibody has dropped down. It is now $9. It is insane. Now I want to talk about like some of these gold foil cards, like X Antibody Protoform for $13. I honestly think is a really good steal. I think it's a good steal. I made it a New Year's resolution to not buy foils, right? If a card had a foil border or whatever, I'm not gonna buy it because I save money and then I can buy actual Altarts, right? So like this Protoform, $15. A steal. Honestly, it's a steal. If you're willing to buy the card, it's a steal. Koromon here from BT21 being $15 is insane. And the only reason I say that is because we'll get back to the Koromon. Why is Galamon X Antibody less money than the Koromon, right? Why is the Geogreymon more than the Galamon? The Galamon is arguably a better investment, in my opinion, than Geogreymon. Or Omni Shoutmon right here, more expensive, right? This Growlmon here from the starter deck 7 is crazy. It's so expensive. And then before I continue, Metal Garurumon $15. Again, the alt art is about triple the price, but it's overall not bad. I want to look at this. Where's Pyldramon? Pyldramon here, the gold rare, gold border, right, is $9. This is a steal, dude. This should be $27. This is going to be a meta deck, a meta contender for sure. Tier 1, if not tier 1.5. I know Pyldramon or like Imperial is going to be in the meta scene. So this being $9 is kind of insane. I know there's an alt art, right, from the BT16 set in general, but I would say this is, right, second max rarity, second highest max rarity. And yeah, if you want the gold foils, you have to shell out a little bit more money, but like that's up to you. I honestly, this set I've been buying just the regular ones. Protoform here being $7, market price is really good, man. Like I said, $25, $40 for the longest, and I honestly really like the prices. They're really good. Beowulfmon has dropped down significantly as well if you're planning to play blue hybrid. Beedramon reprint is $5. You can get Shaman X7 for $8 essentially. Yeah, the Galamon X Antibody reprint, just the regular art, is the same price as the gold border. Guiomon starter deck 7, they will not stop reprinting this card, bro. How many printings of this card do we have? Bandai, stop printing this card. I need the EX2 one, bro. Give me an EX2 alt art that is not trash, please, because it only has one alt art and it goes in every single deck. Can you give me an EX2 alt art, please? Thank you, Bandai, for listening. I have 7 different arts of this card. Give me EX2. Okay, I'm done with my rant. Anyways, continuing. Greymon BT17 secret rare, $3. Amazing Taikamiya gold border, $4. Pyldramon, just a regular, no gold border, $5. These are so good. Honestly, if you're a new player to the Digimon TCG, pick these cards up. Honestly, I think you could spend like $500 and be set for a very long time this set. I didn't talk about the Omnimon from BT14, whatever, the Royal Knights set, but that one's also under $5. I know I just passed it. Taikamiya, just the non-gold borders, $3. Pyldramon from AD01 has dropped down. It was about $5. At some point, it was something ridiculous, dude. This weekend, it was something ridiculous, like $10, and I'm glad it dropped down. But this is definitely like a 3 or 4 of in the new deck because it allows you to go into the new fighter mode for pretty cheap. So I would pick this up. And yeah, you can get a playset for $3.50 right now, almost $4, and that's pretty. That's yeah, comfortable. $3 to $4, you can pick it up. Galamon from BT13 got reprinted, under $3. Yeah, here's the Omnimon BT13, under $3. Mastamon, $3. Galamon is $2. That's the P186 one. For some reason, the original is still $12. I don't know who's buying that. Greymon here, BT17, no gold border, $1. Probably $2, honestly, with the listings. The thing I wanted to pick up, and this has turned out to be a longer video, so I'm going to cut it soon. The thing that's turning out to be crazy is the trainings. I wanted to pick up extra trainings just because I play a lot of decks, but they have not been going down in price, man. Like if I look at these cards, $2, right? Which is still kind of expensive. I honestly expected to pick them up at 50 cents. A mental training, again, $1. Honestly, this one you could pick up for $1. But wisdom training being $2 is kind of crazy. I'll have to see if they drop. I think they will drop eventually as more stuff gets flooded into the market. Hexablow reprint, under $2. Zafaga Ace, under $2. Lucamon Chaos Mode, which was a like $50 to $70 card at some point, under $2. Metal Garurumon 15, usually standard 15 to 30, under $2. Or Greymon reprint promo. The Tommy Takuya Zoe, if you don't want to spend too much money, under $1. War Groundmon, $1. War Greymon BT14 Secret Rare reprint, under $1. Defense Training has been going down, but it's like $1.50 pretty much. Crimson Blaze foil is under $1, right? This is really good. You can pick up a Paladin Mode Ace if you didn't already have it for under $1. Physical Training has been reprinted to death, bro. So this is under $1. I eventually want to pick up more scrambles, but I think the trainings are more important. But yeah, all this is pretty cheap. I honestly think you should wait, because right now at the time of the recording is Monday the 6th, April 6th. I think once we get to April 10th, April 11th, and more cards are, added to the TCG player inventory, I'm pretty sure they'll drop. I would pick these up, honestly. Like I said, I made myself a promise this new year not to buy foils. I might have to break it because it's so hard not to buy these foils at, like, Mega Kabuterimon promo, 40 cents, right? It's so cheap. So cheap. Like, if you didn't have these cards already, they're so accessible now. Dorumon at some point was a $3 card. Hero Amanokawa, under 50 cents, right? Galamon reprint, Guilmon reprints, War Groundmon reprints, Omegamon reprints, Agumon reprints, and all these are foils, and they're pretty cheap, like 15-20 cents. Like, look at this. Where's my boy? I'm looking for my boy. I'm looking for Groundmon X who escaped the ban list. Groundmon X antibody, 20 cents. The foil card for this was $30. $30, dude. War Groundmon X, same thing. Foil was $30. I feel bad. I feel bad for the people that actually spent $30 on a playset of these foils, because now people can pick them up for 10 cents. Now you will argue, Mr. J, like, it's not the same thing. That one has a red and purple border. I don't care, bro. Mine still shines. Mine shines, and I have $240 extra in my pocket, and you do not. So that's what I'm thinking. But like I said, if you're new to the game, or if you're a player, you came in a little late, amazing set. Amazing set. Kudos to Bandai, other than me being upset that we got everything late. So amazing set. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the market watch and you want to continue seeing more, I'm going to start uploading match videos as soon as I get my cards, guys. So stay tuned for that. If you're not already subscribed, I would subscribe so you do not miss out, because yeah, I want you guys to hit subscribe, like this video. If you haven't, turn on the notification bell, because sometimes my videos get missed. But yeah, anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, my name is Mr. J. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.